We're back. We're at the final four of the NFL season and such. It's heating up. There was a lot of, much like Wild Card Weekend, there was a lot of upsets.
Championship conference championships.
I like to say for the record, it was one part hilarious, and other part I expected that to happen.
We should have. We should have.
Now,
shame on us for not knowing that that was going to happen. Wow, I feel like I didn't predict this. I foreshadowed it, but I didn't predict this.
On one hand, the 49ers, basically the Kirk Cousins machine is done. The 49ers put it into that shit.
As they should.
As they did.
Look. Mm-hmm. And we can go into that right now. What made any of you think that this was the Vikings year?
Hey, look. Let's not get it twisted, all right? I think they had a shot. The problem is, much like any team, you have to keep your foot on the necks of these type of teams. You have to. They ain't no way. Like, you got to come in firing on all fucking cylinders to keep your foot on the necks of, like, the 49ers and the Chiefs, which we'll talk about, later during this whole segment here. And I think the first quarter, I thought the Vikings had something because the 49ers scored first, and then Kirk Cousins scored, and they scored, and I was like, okay, this clearly could be turned into a shootout. Got to the second quarter,
You think that, you fool!
I thought it was gonna happen. Then the second quarter hit, and it's like the Vikings just, for some reason, forgot what an end zone was, and it was over.
Of course they did. Look. Eventually, Kurt is going to cousin, all right? So,
look. He clearly... He clearly showed that there's signs of it, but as a lot of people said from this area, Kirk Cousins turned into the Kirk Cousins that we know, and it's like,
oh man, this was a day that Redskin fans rejoiced for no reason.
For no reason, because
at all.
Actually, twice, because
told you that nigga a loser.
Oh, man, and like I said, at the end of the day, it was one of those losses where I was like, hey, Kurt, yeah, you're admirable, but it is what it is. So it ain't really nothing to talk about that game. It's just, Garoppolo. To me, even then, Garoppolo didn't really look great. It was just like the Vikings just fell flat, and he took advantage of it. Like they did enough to win, and that was it. That's all they had to do. It was just
that's all they had to do anyway. It was set up for them. I thought that the defense would have clamped down a little bit harder, but they were getting run up. They were getting run on the field all the time because Kurt cousin on himself.
Kurt did what we say that Romo tended to do early in his career, which he tried to thread the needle, and Richard Sherman was right there like, what the fuck you doing, Kirk, and just caught the ball. Because Kurt threw an interception, and I was like, oh, shit.
That's it.
So I expected that. Yeah. It is what it is.
And, this is just, I just want to be that person to say this. The only reason why I want the 49ers not to win, because I really don't want to see Nick Bosa shaking Donald Trump's hand. I really don't want to fucking see that.
Well, we already know, Richard Sherman ain't going to go to the fucking White House if they somehow won the Super Bowl. Sherman going to be like, yeah, fuck that nigga. Did not go.
No. If Richard Sherman go in that joke, he'll walk dead in that motherfucker, and you think I'm playing. He'll walk right in that motherfucker with tearaway clothes and sit on this and go to the Oval Office and sit on his desk butt ass naked. You think I'm playing? Richard Sherman would do that just for would do this.
Now, flip
everybody side. Like symbolism.
I know, right? Black excellence. Yes.
Ass dick, balls all over.
Melania, low key, kind of looking at him like, I'm gonna risk it all right now. I should risk it all.
Look, sees that shit. Huh. I did the same thing.
now the flip side of this,
How powerful you gotta be, a nigga sitting on
I know, right?
ass nigga.
if Redskin Nation was cheesing at Kirk losing, somebody said Dan Snyder was really cheesing when the Ravens lost to the Titans, and let me tell you this much. Tannehill was flexing, but it was really Derrick Henry that was flexing all over the fucking Ravens.
No. Derrick Henry wasn't flexing. Derrick Henry was just simply walking to the other side of the end zone. He wasn't running fast.
We said it last week. He had 5 people on him, and it's like nobody can stop him. It's like, who's gonna stop that guy? Who?
This fucking tank just destroyed them like puny mortals. You know, wow. And then the worst thing. I told everybody last week that I wasn't saying that Lamar Jackson was going to hit his wall yet. I just didn't know when it was going to happen.
Well, it happened.
When's going to be the day that he gets shut down? And I mean shut down. I wasn't, and you remember what I said, Chris? I wasn't talking about, when he gets into a slump and then that slump turns into a whole year of just bad play. Look at Derek Carr. Yeah. I'm not saying like that. I'm saying, when's it going to be when he hits that wall and he can't do shit? When he gets totally shut down and every defensive coordinator is going to go, so that's how you do it. It was the Titans game.
Man, and here's the problem.
He got swamped. And then, here's the funny thing. Because I seen this all the time at Louisville. He'll do this shit where all of a sudden, yank, 40-yard gain. That's right, 40-yard gain for Lamar Jackson. Louisville Cardinals still 7, and the Miami Hurricanes 59.
John Harbaugh is one of 2 coaches this past weekend that turned into Jason Garrett because he never adjusted for shit.
He didn't. And like I said,
it was like he was stubborn as fuck. Like, no, we're going to stick with Lamar. I'm like, yo, adjust. Fucking adjust. For Christ's sakes, adjust. What are you doing?
And here's the worst part. You got these little spurts of sporadic energy that will come out of the Ravens out of nowhere because they'll get, like I just said, like a 40-yard gain and all the rest of that shit. But it's like they're not going nowhere. They're not moving. They're still stuck in the middle of the field. Lamar can't step back and throw he can't. That was the most important thing.
Titans defense was just clobbering his ass. I was like, God damn.
But what they did is what you do to a lot of quarterbacks who run. No, we're going to force you to run the ball. Meaning that we're not going to give you time to throw, meaning also that every freaking receiver you got, because real talk, the only reason why they got numbers is because you can run.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to lock all of them down. There ain't nobody, I'm sorry, and I say this with respect because I like him. I'm sorry, Hollywood Brown, is he scaring anybody? No.
Mark Ingram? No. What's that? That dude got shut
Mark
down.
Ingram was the only way they could win this game, and they shut him down real early. All right, let's take away Mark. No, go ahead, Lamar. Now, beat us. We're going to force you to beat us. And now, now, let's just be real. Defenses have done this before. And, yeah, we seen this. Remember when Mike Vick first started? Mm-hmm. That happened to Michael Vick too. They took away everything, and Michael Vick just beat these niggas with their legs. That's because, just real talk, they ain't had no good run defense.
No, I mean, that's just what it is. I mean, but this time it was just like that run defense was like...
They shut down everybody. And Jim and John was like, no, keep going. We could do it. I think Urinary Tree did the best thing in the world.
Lamar Jackson had
showing that Chernobyl thing. That was the best rendition of what happened to the Ravens.
Dude, Lamar Jackson had 143 fucking yards rushing. That is nuts.
Okay, can you give me the other stats, Mr. Powell? Can you give us the other stats?
So Lamar was 31 of 59, 365 yards, 1 TD, 2 interceptions.
365 yards?
Mm-hmm.
Where'd they go?
1 TD, 2 interceptions.
One touchdown. How many did he get rushing? I know he got
143 yards rushing.
Did he get a touchdown?
No.
Chris, did he get a touchdown?
Nope.
Chris, did he get a touchdown?
Nope. And his longest was that 40 yards that you just said.
I told you. No, beat us with your arm because that arm is going to be insufficient. Look at those 2 picks.
And that touchdown came from, I think, was it Hayden Hurst early in the quarter?
Yeah, that was early in the game. That was like third quarter, wasn't it?
Second quarter.
Was like second quarter. Yeah, dude. I was like, Chris.
There were times, dude. Here's the thing.
Chris. Again. And this is the most important stat. How many rushing touchdowns did Lamar Jackson get?
Nothing.
Oh, that goddamn bounce to the right.
Can I be real? Can I be real, Dee, too?
Did what for you?
Can I be real, too? John Harbaugh was also too stubborn to let Justin Tucker kick some field goals because the score would have been the score could have been a little bit tighter to where the Ravens could have maybe eked out a win.
Something.
Maybe.
You could have did something. No. That would have given him a little bit more life to think outside the box just slightly, other than we're going to give it to Lamar, because Lamar has really shown me that he is a fucking leader. You know, I'm being real. Like you, Lamar. I really do love you, Lamar. But right now, you are good looking. You are a good looking model. All of a sudden, you're a 10. You can't cook or suck dick right now. That's how you are to me.
Hey, look, he said it best. They got to prep next season, and hopefully they do change it around. That's the only thing you can hope for. And here's the thing. Tannehill, stat-wise, Tannehill was okay. Dude, 7 of 14, 88 yards, 2 TDs.
Hey, don't, look. Shh. Tannehill is untouchable right now.
Oh, no. I'm not saying
making it right now.
No. Trust me. I'm all for Tannehill because Tannehill has come a long way. Don't get into it. I never shitted on Tannehill. I was just kind of sitting back like, I wonder if Tannehill's going to turn it around, right? And it was really, at the end of the day, Tannehill doing what he had to do and Derrick Henry being beast mode, literally and figuratively, all over fucking the Ravens defense.
Yeah, and I was telling you, I don't think I was telling you this. But I've said this. I've said my love about Carson Palmer before. I had the same love for Tannehill. I followed this nigga all through college too. Here's the funny thing: I didn't really like him in Texas at Texas A&M. Same thing with Kirk Cousins. I didn't like him in college, but I followed them, all of their career, and it's just kind of funny. Of all the quarterbacks I think deserve, like all the quarterbacks you think deserve, like their come up, it always be the one that you don't see coming. Yep. Nick Foles was one, and this one. Now, I'm just saying. I'm not saying they're going to go to the Super Bowl and win.
Oh, I'm saying it.
That would be a great story for Ryan Tannehill.
Just because one, I want to see the Titans versus the Green Bay Packers. I'm already foreshadowing that shit. I want that to happen. Because the 49ers and Chiefs are two teams I don't want to go into the Super Bowl. But if I had to pick one, I guess I'll pick the Chiefs. But I really feel Andy Reid is going to pull Andy Reid is going to pull an Andy Reid against the Titans, thinking that they got a shoe in and stuff after what they did against the Texans, which we'll talk about in a minute. And I feel the Titans are going to be like, well, that's cool that you got a Mahomes, but we got a Derrick Henry with a Tannehill assist. So what you going to do?
I can't wait. I can't. Look. Anyway, let's go to the next.
Now Texans. Bill O'Brien is also another guy who pulled the Jason Garrett. Only this time. Now here's the thing. I feel this isn't on the level of the 28-3 Super Bowl lead of the Falcons. I don't feel this is going to scar the Texans.
Yes, it will.
I don't think it's on that level because that's a Super Bowl. You can't recover from a 28-3 in a Super Bowl. I'm sorry, you can't. You fucking can't.
Deshaun Watson is already cursed.
No, D. I'm just saying, here's my thing.
The ship has sailed.
Bill O'Brien.
It's already sailed.
Hate you.
Hold on. Bill O'Brien did it. He did it all.
Bill O'Brien. So, D, let me tell you something. Let me ask you this. You're a coach.
I swear to God, real talk. Before I go into it. Real talk, I really do feel like Emperor Palpatine is behind Deshaun Watson not thriving. It just feels like there's something out there that won't let that nigga shine.
Bill O'Brien is angry Jason Garrett. There, I said it.
No, that's insult to Jason Garrett. So what? So instead of clapping, what, he farts or something? What? I don't know. Maybe
he throws a chair. I don't fucking know.
Man, I'm sorry. He throws a chair. Well, that means he would do something different, Chris.
Anyways, Dee, let me ask you this. So your team is up 24-zip. What is the course of action that you, if you were an NFL coach, would do in that instance? And it's against the Chiefs. What would you do? Defensively and offensively, what would you do?
Yes.
That's not answering the question.
I'm sorry. That's exactly what Bill O'Brien did. This is what you do. This is what you do. Any decent coach would do is you keep your foot on the pedal, but do it with caution because you know that the Chiefs might be coming back at you. You know what? Matter of fact, just looking at their stats when it comes to them being down at halftime anyway, I would be scared because that's when Mahomes tries to, jack it up on you. Mm-hmm. So I would say, hey, defense, why would we just play a little bit back, act like we give a shit that it's going to get thrown deep, something like that. Mm-hmm. Anything like that, Chris. And here's the funny thing. When it comes to this line of thinking, I know it's controversial, Chris, but you have to understand when you keep your defense the same results will happen the entire game. It's just fair. The other side can't change their game plan, and everybody's known this. This has been a real big thing. I'm fired, am I?
and that was the thing. It was like because
how did you open? They opened this. They did it to themselves. Here's the funny thing: the Chiefs will fucking chief it. Okay, I'm making up.
Here's the kicker.
They would look. The Chiefs are always because Andy Reid is Andy Reid. They're going to mess up. You know they are, Chris. We all know they will. And they messed up at the first half. And any team that know how the fuck the Chiefs act will already shut that shit down. But this is Bill O'Brien. This is the fucking Houston Texans. Logic doesn't flow with these niggas. Never has, motherfucker.
So here's the thing. There was a video of Patrick Mahomes on the sidelines when they were down 24-zip. Uh-huh. And Patrick Mahomes was like, no, they think they're going to count us out. We're going to do this. And it was at that point that I felt that he knew there was blood in the water and that the Texans were going to get lax. And he was right. Yeah. And he was right. Because he knew full and well they were up 24-zip. They're going to get lax on defense.
But Chris, you're not looking at the big picture. When you get lax, you're relaxed. Therefore, you can stop people.
Yeah.
Oh God! Look. Here's the funny thing. I don't know what they did to Deshaun the second half, but I feel that one of the Chiefs sacked him, and when he was about to get up, he just whispered in Deshaun's ear, "We have your wife in the basement."
I mean, it's like,
yo, he hushed the fuck up.
They could, and it was like you're looking at the Texans like you just wasted Deshaun Watson. I can't believe that. And do I think the Texans can recover? Yes, but unlike I don't think the mental shit is going to hit them as hard as the Falcons. But I do feel this is going to be something that's going to stick with them, particularly if they face the Chiefs again next season, which they're going to probably face the Chiefs again next season. We already know this is going to happen.
Dude, I am concerned about Deshaun Watson. Let's see how strong he is.
Yeah.
Because you know how it's kind of funny. People don't like talking about this, but quarterbacks get cucked all the time, B. And I hope this
look, we like I said, we saw Matt Ryan get cucked against Tom Brady in the Super Bowl, and that was just like holy shit.
Let's just be real. Let's just be real. Aaron Rodgers look at Roma and Dak. Oh, them my niggas right there.
You know what? That's not fair to Romo because that catch was what the fuck?
No. This is even before that. Aaron Rodgers is immaculate against us. Oh, man, he sees us. He sees Dak. He does this.
No, here's my thing. He hasn't hit that level with Dak because...
Oh, no, he has.
No. Here's why I say that. Here's why I say that. Because I feel, like I said, Dak's rookie year, he beat Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay. Rodgers tagged his ass back in the playoffs, despite Dak doing whatever he could. And I feel this past season, which was fucking horrible across the board, Aaron Rodgers smelled blood in the water. It was like, there's my bitch. And it wasn't even Dak that he was looking at. He was looking at that defense.
No. He was looking at that. See, every instance, Chris, you got to understand the psychological things that it does. When he tagged Dak back in the playoffs, that was like, yeah, don't your place trash, spit on your forehead. The second time where he just like annihilated us, that was him just staring at Dak the entire time while banging out our defense from behind.
Dak was like, I did nothing wrong. Why?
Dak is tied up to a chair.
Zeke in the background eating popcorn like, I don't got nothing to do with this shit.
Van Der Esch, why?
I'm injured, Dak. Why are you doing anything? Why?
I'm sorry. Hold on. And the best part about all this, Jason Garrett's
Jason Garrett is homeboy. Jason Garrett is homeboy in Pulp Fiction watching the Gimp go do work on fucking Ving Rhames and shit.
Oh, fucking clapping. There we go. Good hustle, guys.
as he gets sliced by fucking Bruce Willis.
Okay.
No, but
all right. Look. I'm really worried that Patrick Mahomes, because Patrick Mahomes just in that game walk up to Deshaun, and all of a sudden Deshaun noticed that he's dressed up like Laura London at ATL, and he snatched that chain off.
It's my chain now, bitch.
Patrick Mahomes, I'm the gifted Negro this year, not you.
All I'm saying is this. Hey Mahomes, don't let Derrick Henry be the one to take your chain away next game. That's all I'm saying. Because he'll take it.
No. And do this. Man, nigga, that's my chain. What chain?
Bruh. Hey, Derrick Henry got the size to say that shit too.
Because Derrick Henry will roll up on motherfucking KC. What up, Pat?
No, you didn't do it. What's that squeaky sound? I think that's Derrick Henry on a bike.
Because he will walk up to that defense. What's up, KC? Pat?
Pat's just like swallowing it. It's like this is like a movie. You get a close up to Patrick Mahomes' throat as he's swallowing it. Like, oh shit.
Oh man, like, yo, why the fuck this nigga? Dog. Andy Reid stand up. Hey man, you can't be doing all that. Do what? Yeah, nigga, what? I don't know.
Look, this is the test for Andy Reid. That's all I'm saying. This is gonna be we're either gonna get Jordan Cryface Andy Reid at the end of that game, or we'll get happy Andy Reid at the end of that game. Take your pick. All right.
So I'm sorry. So we're between Andy Reid, and I love it when I need somebody to do the Jordan Cryface with the Andy Reid mustache.
Like the one last year that I put up.
I forgot. Yeah, you didn't put that last year. Okay, I need that again. Or so you mean we got that cry face or Andy Reid's face when he goes to Subway?
Oh, did you see the one after they beat the Texans where it was Andy Reid with the Waffle House menu?
Oh my god, I hate you, man.
He had the fucking Waffle House menu. It was like, well, Andy Reid's secret to beat the Texans. I was like, God damn it.
Hey man, who knew was the number 5?
Oh man. Now, anyways,
real talk. I say this as a Marylander, Washingtonian, and Northern Virginia near. I say this. I think we only need one Waffle House in the area, but I think it needs to be one in Maryland and one in Virginia.
There is one in Virginia, but like you said, it's on the...
No, I'm talking Northern Virginia, and it can't be Ashland. It can't be that far out, okay?
Well, no, there is one, but... Okay, so do you count... because there's one, like, near... It's like past Dale City. Is that too far?
No, because the cutoff to me of the DMV, at least to me...
Potomac Mills is like the border, basically.
The border, actually, to me, is after Lorton.
Shit, so Potomac Mills is too goddamn far.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. To me, it's too far. So that's too far. That's not counting. That's really taking a trip.
Yeah, Woodbridge and Potomac Mills is a trip. Yeah, you're right.
Nobody likes going to Woodbridge no more, man. Anyway, but yeah, I need one. We need like one in Arlington and like one. Let's be fair. Like, it's going to sound stupid and it's just going to attract crime, but it's a Waffle House, so you expect that. It's got to be like in Landover or something like that, man.
Nah, see, if I want to be an asshole, I would put a Waffle House in Lexington Park just to make motherfuckers drive their ass all the way to Southern Maryland just to go to a Waffle House.
See here now, I can't even say Lexington Park is still the DMV, but I think it is.
It's not the DMV. Look, people talk this shit about
half Charles County is because I said half.
Look, people
after
talk.
You pass La Plata, that ain't the DMV no more.
No, see, here's the thing. People talk this shit about Waldorf being Wakanda. Nah, nigga, Lexington Park is fucking Wakanda, nigga. Really? That shit is its own territory.
Really, Lexington. See, I think Lexington Park is too far out because I think you got to get past a certain amount of trees.
Well, it's also Trump City too, a little bit. So there's that.
But it's Wakanda. See, this is the crap I don't understand about y'all. Anyway.
Anyways, but yeah, you're right. You have to put it in like Landover. So you got to put in because Landover is not quite gentrified because the hood people are trying to fight the gentrification. So it's like, nah, you got.
Oh, I'm sorry, the gentrification. I'm sorry, you mean richer niggas? Really? Because that's all it is.
I mean, because Kentland is like. Kentland is nicer ghetto. It's like, well, there's no shooting, but you might get robbed if you walk there at a certain time of night.
Here's the thing. Gentrifying in Maryland, in Prince George's County, it's just niggas that used to live in Bowie that wanted to live in Landover now and just build a bigger house. That's all.
Oh, you ain't lying because every time I go to Woodmore, I'm like, this is like an extension of Bowie.
Yeah. Yeah, Woodmore is Bowie to me, if you ask me.
Well, technically, and I want folks to understand how this area has changed since I was a kid. That area used to be called Largo. It's called Lanham now.
Yeah. All of Largo, I laughed that Largo doesn't exist no more. All that's Upper Marlboro.
It's Upper Marlboro, technically, even though it's either Kettering or Largo or Upper Marlboro. I'm like, take your goddamn pick. Which is it?
Our friend Sam just moved to somewhere that I was like, oh, he was in Chris Toby. I was like, oh, so that's Largo. He's like, yeah, he calls it Upper Marlboro. I said, next time you see that motherfucker, slap him in the face for me. Nigga, go, that's Largo. Like, what year was you born? 1984. You know it's Largo.
Hey, I remember back in the 80s before my parents lived in the condos across from fucking PG Community College. That was Largo. Now all of a sudden it's like PG want to get all bougie. Like, we're technically Upper Marlboro. Fuck you, you're Largo. God damn it.
Thank you. Like, nigga, ain't this the same place where all them kids kicked out all those teachers out of the school? It was like a ride.
No, it's weird. It's weird. But anyways,
don't do that.
I gotta ask you, D. So the Packers Seattle Seahawks was interesting because Russell Wilson tried to pull the comeback and stuff. And now I'm not saying that this controversial call could have made or break it, but I think it would have gave the Seahawks a chance. The Packers got a call that was a first down.
That wasn't a first down.
It wasn't a first down. Now, I'm not saying that would have given a help for the Seahawks. I'm not saying that because at the end of the day, the Seahawks kind of fucked themselves, putting themselves in that position in the first damn place. So that's whatever and stuff.
You can't blame this on the refs. But I'm sorry, I don't see how this
was it a dumb call? Yes, that happens, and that happens.
It's a bad call.
It was a bad call. Like everybody was like, "That's not a first down." But also, too, somebody said, "Well, even if it wasn't a first down, the fucking Packers would have went for it. They would have went for it just to seal the deal.
It probably would have got it.
Oh yeah, quarterback sneak done.
Yeah,
because it was inches. It was inches. Now I'm not saying you can't stop an inch, because you can.
I mean, yeah, you're welcome to, but I don't think they would have stopped them. Because that would have to be one of those things where they'll do it, and it turns into a freaking Tecmo Bowl situation where both the players pick the same thing, and the defense just crashes the whole play. It'll be like that. It has to be something that happened like that. I don't think that would have happened. I think the Packers had the momentum anyway. They would have got the first down. So how does that change anything? Mm-hmm. So that's the thing. It wasn't big enough ripple to change the game. That's really what. Russell Wilson is going down as one of the best players this year. Seriously, he had a fantastic year, man.
Aaron Rodgers pulled an Aaron Rodgers, and I actually do want to see him. I think he has a shot to beat the 49ers.
Oh, I think he can. I think they will. But here's the thing. The 49ers are riding a level of momentum that does win Super Bowls. And I don't know.
But the Packers got a Devontae Adams and a Jimmy Graham. I'm just
I
saying.
know. I know. It's like everything is set up for all of these teams to really win. But I just don't know who it is. At first I said I wasn't really into it. I am. This is a little bit exciting.
I want to see, like I said, I want to see a Titans Green Bay just because the Titans.
I don't want to see the 49ers, but if the 49ers go in, they have to play the Titans. I think they can beat the Titans. But if the 49ers play the KC will eat them alive.
Because and I'm not knocking Garoppolo. I just feel Garoppolo is doing enough, which again, that's not his fault. He's just, hey, this is the cards that you dealt with. You take advantage of it. He's doing what he has to do, but he hasn't wowed me. Like...
Look. I'm putting this on notice, and I won't say it if they lose the next game, but I'm putting this on notice right now. Dee, and I'm not saying this to broadcast it yet. I'm not going to put it on Facebook or nothing, but I'm letting you know right now, Chris. Mm-hmm. I think Jimmy is overrated.
Oh, you ain't the only one because LJ from the Three Fists podcast, he threw some shade after they won. He was like, yeah, Garoppolo ain't that good. And I was like, I concur. I was like, yep.
It's like this. I'm not ready to rant on him yet. That's really what I'm really trying to tell you.
Yeah.
I think he's overrated. I don't know.
Because he was behind Tom Brady. That's probably what it was. And don't get it twisted. I was one of those people.
What I'm building has shit to do with Tom Brady.
Okay.
It has to do about his whole career at the 49ers.
Okay.
I don't believe 1 second of it.
Hey, look.
And I'm just saying.
There's early episodes where I was buying into it because I was like, hey, that's a good get. They got Garoppolo. And I was like admitting, well, he was behind Tom Brady. And I was like, all right, he could do pretty good. And I was like, look, I'm giving him his props. But it's like, when's he going to hit that wall?
I don't know. I think he probably already passed it. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not ready to rant on it yet. So whatever. Yeah. But Green Bay versus either of those teams. See, if Green Bay plays the Titans, that's just it's a more interesting game. They fight KC. That makes that.
It's gonna be It's gonna be a shootout.
That's the money game you want. Because first off, I think that's going to be like a repeat of a Super Bowl that happened like one of the first Super Bowls. I think
back in the '60s and shit.
Yeah, I think it was Kansas City and Green Bay. Mm-hmm. But you want Green Bay in the Super Bowl. First off, of all 4 teams, you want Green Bay. You win either way with Green Bay or the 49ers. They're both big fan bases. If you're in the NFL, either way you win. That's a big fan base.
Yeah.
The Titans, like I said, the Titans and KC. KC is just a big little. It's not as big as the other two, but it's still a nice size one. It's a nice size fan base. And the Titans are one of the smaller fan base teams, and I think a lot of people who are like, I think the NFL does put stock into the underdog, the team that's not been there yet. So I think they kind of want the Titans there, but no, the game you want is Green Bay versus KC if you're in the NFL.
Yeah.
That's exactly why. And it's the 100 here. Wait a minute. Mm-hmm. Wait a minute. These conspiracy theory meters going off. Wait. I just realized if they do that and it's the 100th year anniversary.
Yeah.
Oh my God, all this crap was set up. I swear, Chris. I swear. I'm going to... I just upset myself. Fuck up.
Anyways, D, you want some good news? You want some very good news? So Mike McCarthy is going to keep Kellen Moore. Call the play still.
Actually, I knew that.
Okay.
Yeah, you're
okay.
But you're right. That's cool, man. Right move.
Yeah, it's a great move. Because it's from what I'm seeing right now with the Cowboys and stuff with McCarthy, it looks like, because right now I think what's his face on defense? Mariota, he hasn't decided whether he's going to stick around with Dallas or not.
Who?
So,
Who?
Mariotti.
Mariotti. Who? Wait a minute. Oh, you mean
I'm not Mariotti. Shit.
talking about the defensive coach
Yeah,
for the Cowboys?
yeah.
Wait a minute. I thought Robert. I thought he left.
I think I don't know if he left yet or not and stuff, but there was
I thought
like,
he did. I thought he got fired. I thought everybody. I thought almost everybody from the first staff got let go or something.
I don't think so. If that was the case, then Kellen Moore wouldn't have been there. So
But I think, well, I expect Rob Marinelli to be there. I expected him to like not be there. Now, flip side, not well, I won't say flip side, but over here locally, with the Redskins, they got Jack Del Rio as their defensive coordinator. They pretty much, and I heard today, on the fan, they was talking that everybody that was a part of the, they got the whole coaching staff, by the way, and everybody that's there has either only one person is not connected to Jack Del Rio or Riviera. So everybody else on that team was basically some of the staff that was on with Carolina.
yeah,
So that's not actually bad. And then everybody else, I think Jack Del Rio's son is actually he's a coach too. I forgot what he's coached. I think he's like the quality control coach or some shit like that.
yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, good for the Redskins. I really mean that. That's actually a good hire, having those two there. Now, how would the team play out? You get real talk. I don't see instant success. I don't, but I think it's more of a building process. If Dan Snyder is smart, he will let the team do what they want to do. He won't talk that much, and good for him because he doesn't talk that much. But every time he talks, it's really, really stupid.
Oh man.
It ain't like Jerry where it's obviously he's jacking off on the camera like, well, everybody, we're Texas. This is Dallas. We're the best team in the world. At least he says that crap. Dan Snyder comes out and says, you know what the Redskins need to do? And just says the dumbest thing in the world. And then the team does it. And then the wide receivers all like break their ankles at one time. And then whoever the quarterback is, pussy by everybody.
Yeah, you know what's interesting? I think during the season, we talked about John Elway and just like how stubborn he is, right?
Johnny.
And the thing of it is that's interesting is that there was an article ESPN talked about like how John Elway, you know, I know we said on the front end in terms of how the Broncos did this season, they didn't really do so hot, but like apparently like Elway behind the scenes actually did some things that was out of his nature, like when they traded off Emmanuel Sanders, because he really. Apparently, there was a lot of people that wanted that to happen so he could free up some cap room, and Elway didn't want to do that. And then he finally sucked it up and was like, well, I guess I need to do that in order for this team to get better because it freed up a lot of cap space by getting rid of Emmanuel Sanders, trading him off.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and stuff. So clearly it looks like he's finally, I'm not saying, you know, he's finally seen the light, but it looks like people are finally getting through to him to a certain degree.
I'm just really shocked, and I don't know the whole situation with ownership and John, but it just feels like he has way more power than he should, doesn't it? I mean, yeah, he's a GM, but it feels like you're purposely kind of hurting this team, dog. Like him being a Hall of Famer and the best quarterback ever with that team aside, you're not making good decisions.
Fuck you, I'm John Elway. You see these Super Bowl rings? That's what it feels like.
Oh, man, there are two of them. Oh, man, mile high, man. Like, all we got here in Colorado, the only thing in Colorado is John Elway posters, South Park, and if the Colorado college team is doing good. It's like that's the only, and the skiing. That's about it. That's all they care about in Denver. It seems that way, yeah.
Yeah. Lastly, so the NFL and the CBA, they're kind of finally getting to a middle ground on this new collective bargaining agreement and stuff. Some of the stuff is interesting. So the CBA basically want to increase the minimum salaries. Percentage of revenue players will receive each year in salaries and benefits. Minimum cash spending requirements for teams, aka the salary floor.
All right.
Continuation and increase of the NFL Legacy Fund for players pre-1993. So basically increased pension.
Yeah.
And basically kind of change up the rules on the first round draft picks and restricted free agents.
So that sounds good. Hopefully it's what the players want.
Yeah.
I mean, and sometimes when it comes to things to prevent, not even say a strike, just to make sure the union and the organization are in harmony, it's like you want to do just enough on both sides to make sure you get everything. Because you know how it goes sometimes. Like, yeah, we can give you all that, but we're not going to give you this. So there had to be, there's a lot of that dumb bullshit.
Yeah.
And when we hear upset, when we hear everybody that's in the union like, oh, that was a shitty deal, it's because, hey, that's all they got backed into. Mm-hmm. And instead of taking a strike, they just, let's go.
Yeah. So NCAA football championship game. Your team, LSU, kick the shit.
I mean, Joe Burrow just had one of the best, probably the best career ever. I mean, the best year ever in college football history. And this was just icing on the cake.
I mean,
out of control, nigga.
5 TDs. Somebody. You deserve to smoke that cigar, sir.
I mean, honestly. Balling out of control. Just stop him. Shoot him in the leg.
Nope. They couldn't even do that shit. It. I think the Bullets I think the Bullets would have been afraid of Joe Burrow.
I mean, turn the lights off. Shit.
Yo.
Something.
The biggest highlight of the game.
Air horns the entire game. Something.
The highlight of the game wasn't even the game itself. It was the shit after the game between Burrow and the rest of the team drinking and smoking and stuff and the cops fucking with them. It was Odell fucking Beckham, who was also, he was former LSU player. He rolled up there like the uncle, handing out money like he don't believe in fucking gift cards and shit. Just counting the money. Bow, you deserved it. I'm like, God damn, Odell, you drunk? And apparently he was fucking drunk.
Yeah, and also I think he could do that, but they all graduate. Well, at least some of them are graduating.
Well,
so
LSU did the honorable thing. They kind of told them themselves, but I don't think the NCAA is inherently going to do anything to them because, like you said, the players are dipping off into the draft anyway. So what the fuck they going to do?
A lot of them are. But look, I thought the only thing I could say that was, it was so funny. It was second quarter. I mean second quarter. It was actually the third quarter, and or it was in the fourth quarter. But you'll know the second I say this. It was when one of the Clemson players got knocked out of the game. Mm-hmm. The reason why is they said it was targeted. Now, if anybody's seen it, it wasn't targeted at all. It was momentum, and he wasn't really hitting them, and it didn't even hit him. It wasn't even a clean hit to say that he was targeting like below the chin or anything like that. Yeah. But it's one of those things, and it was just one of those situations where you see it. It sucks because in college, when you do that, you're ejected out the game. Mm-hmm. You're automatically ejected out the game. Now, what makes it bad is the fact that you have to teach players, don't be stupid. You have to avoid tackling that way. And, of course, people that don't know football and old heads that just don't get it will always say, oh, man, that's not true. I don't know what they do. It's like, no. Look, you can teach good tackling. You just can't teach them how to be up so high and certain things like that. That's all you can do. Anybody can learn that shit. But if you seen that shit, it was like, wow. He didn't do it. I felt so bad for him. He was the captain of the defense. I forgot his last name. Mm-hmm. But it was like he was out. And the second he went out, Burrow goes back. Tweak. This nigga, I forgot it was the main wide receiver. I forgot his name. He just gone. Yank, up the field, touchdown. I was like, that's the game. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Basically.
Actually, no, I think they stopped the money. I think they dunked it in there, but whatever. But still, it was the last touchdown. Like, all right, that's the game.
I'm done.
Clemson ain't coming back, and that was the last. It was the last touchdown of the game too, by the way, for the Tigers. But it was amazing. In Oregon, nobody wanted this dude to be coach anywhere. Nobody wanted him. Some people called him the ugly duckling coach because nobody wanted him. LSU took a chance on this motherfucker, and in just 2 years, wow.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was an amazing role for this whole program, man. Good for them. And they got a bunch of seniors that's going to come out. Joe Burrow's going to go to the Bengals, and we'll never hear from him ever again.
Mm-hmm. We'll see. We'll see.
He had hands down the best year in college ever, and it was so funny. I was listening to the fan, and it was like, "Will anybody beat this? How long? How long will you think will it take for somebody to beat this?" People were saying like, "Oh, 50 years, 20 years." I'm saying a good 25 years. It's going to be good because what he had was a generational type of year where it's just that just phenomenal numbers. It can only be doubled. It can only be surpassed every decade or so.
Yeah.
So it's just awesome. Yeah.
So since we're still in college and stuff, I figured we swing it over to college basketball and stuff. And our thing that I said I was going to keep doing is the MEAC basketball standings. And I'm
sure I'll play your basketball. Is it because it's black people? Yes, I'll play your basketball.
Number one in first place in the MEAC conference, Norfolk State Spartans.
Number one is Norfolk State. No, we're best. Beat your ass. I'm messing up. I wanted to actually rhyme it, and I can't.
Tied for first also is the North Carolina A&T Aggies.
Don't forget about the Aggies.
Bethune-Cookman in third. South Carolina State 2-1. Morgan State 2-2. And I'm skipping the last place. Howard Bison 0-4.
But the season is young, my friend. Don't worry. The Bison will be fine. Fine in last place all season. They're going to jump?
How is it that the Eastern Shore Hawks are better than the Howard Bison? I would never see that coming.
I would because it happened. Last year, didn't it?
Yeah, I think it did. So yeah, you're right. Maryland is still holding it strong in the top 25 in basketball, which I expect that and stuff. Maryland women, do I need to bring that up? Because I think Maryland women has been doing pretty good too. I think you said it best. I think we're waiting to see if both teams can actually turn it up and actually get something worth a damn this season, given all the thriving other teams in this area have been doing. So.
Yeah, American East, Albany and Hartford in first place. American Atlantic Conference, Wichita State is in first place. Right behind the second place with them is Memphis. Now, Wichita is 15-2. Memphis is 14-3. Both of them actually pretty good. I seen Memphis play the other day. They're pretty good. The Atlantic 10 is actually tied for first place. That will be Duquesne and Dayton. They're both 15-2.
Dude, the Lady Bisons are better than the men Bison.
Of course they are. Actually, who? All right, tell me about the women.
So the women.
Actually, hold on. Let me go ahead and finish this. All right. So ACC so far right now, Florida State and Duke are both 15-2. Louisville is 14-3. Virginia Tech is 13-4. Virginia Tech basketball is actually not as bad as I thought it would be.
They've always been okay. They had some certain seasons where they actually been pretty good, but they've always been okay. You don't want to sleep on them, but you can't beat them.
The ASUN, leading that is Liberty. Liberty right now is 18-1. I'm so sick of this Christian college being halfway decent in sports.
Can I be real with you, D? Is there something?
No, for real. It sucks how a Christian school like that could be a little bit dominant. It's upsetting because I know all those black kids that are playing for that team are sick of the white folk. I know they are.
Can we be real, D? I feel that there is something with Christian schools where, because I feel a lot of Christian schools the budget isn't there for like the big time sports like football, so they got to put all their chips in on basketball, and that's why they're so good.
But luckily for Liberty University, the Fall Wheels really hated homosexuals enough to give them a whole lot of money for the university to thrive.
You ain't shit for that one.
I'm sorry, that's a good one. That's a good one, D. You did it again.
I mean,
anyway, all right. See, I'm getting caught up talking about this shit, nigga. Anyway, where we at? Big 12 right now is Baylor is 14-1, West Virginia is 14-2, Kansas, who I seen play the other day, Kansas is still good. They're 13-3. Are they ranked right now? Are they ranked right now? Yes, they are. They are 6. Anyway, Big East, Seton Hall is 13-4. Fuck them. First off, they are not that good. Seriously. I seen them the other day. They are nice, but fuck them, they ain't that good, man. Anyway, for our look, Chris, Georgetown is 12-6.
Oh,
I'm hoping they look. Here's the thing. I already can tell you right now. They need to win as many games as they can, and at least get deep into the Big East tournament. I need them in the tournament this year. I really do. But anyway, Butler right now is 15-2. And Villanova is 13-3. Let's skip the Big Sky. I don't give a shit about the Big Sky. Who's leading the Big Sky? Leading the Big Sky right now? Montana, nigga. I don't know nothing about the Big South. Number one person, the big number team. Winthrop. Ugh. Big Ten. Let's talk about the Big Ten because their basketball is pretty fucking good.
Michigan.
I am mad that Michigan got hot. That the Big Ten bringing in Maryland actually spiced up the basketball in the Big Ten.
It made everybody step their game up because Maryland, their first year was running roughshod over the whole Big Ten. Even
though they ain't did shit that year. Go Maryland.
I was just happy we might get our ass whooped in football, but we were running that basketball. We were running basketball in the Big Ten for like the first 2 years before they finally was like, oh shit, we got to actually compete. Fuck. All right.
Michigan, don't worry. We'll be back next year because y'all can't beat us. And guess what? We can't beat Michigan. Michigan has proven that we cannot beat them. Right now, they're 11-5. I don't think Michigan's ranked right now, are they? No, they're not. Yes, they are 19.
They're 19. Maryland is one game better than them.
They're fucking 19 in the country, man. Wait. Okay, oh yeah, Maryland 17. Yeah, but Illinois is on 12-5. I saw them niggas play the other day, man. They were playing. Who was they playing? Oh yeah, I didn't get to finish that game. That was a good game. They beat Wisconsin today 71-70. I was actually watching that, Jay. I was trying to figure out who won that bitch, man. I don't remember seeing the end. I don't think I've seen the end, but Illinois is nice. But yeah, Big Ten basketball is so good. Yeah. Big West. UC Riverside?
Yeah.
Is that Riverside or Riverdale? Whatever.
UC Irvine, UC Riverside. God damn.
All those California schools, nigga.
Cal Poly, UC Davis.
Yeah, you might as well just call that California League, man.
I mean, it's northern and southern because UC Davis is in Northern California, and then you got UC Irvine, which is like the Bay Area. So yeah, it's the whole Carolina. Yeah.
It's all of California, and the sore thumb is motherfucking Hawaii.
Gotta fucking travel to goddamn Hawaii, I guess. Meanwhile, I'm laughing at the Colonial Athletics because that's basically all of like the Southern Virginia area and shit. Because William and Mary, you got William and Mary, James Madison, Wilmington. It's like, dear God.
Yeah, you got the north. Is what I call all the north. You got to think about people from the South probably hate people from the North South. And this is what this looks whole conference like.
Townsend got to travel to fucking Williamsburg and shit. And it's like, God damn it.
Delaware is 12-7. Right now, William and Mary and Hofstra. The only reason why we bring it up some of these teams is because we're not going to talk about them until like March.
Yeah, March Madness.
Yeah, so some of these teams you're not going to see. Conference USA. The only one leading right now is Florida Atlantic. They're 12-6. Oh, FIU, which I didn't know that even their team was that good to be 12-6, but whatever.
Yeah.
The Horizon, Wright State, and like I said, we're not going to talk about none of these teams. I know half these teams ain't want to be even in the running for this shit, man. They got to win their conference.
Yeah. Anyway, so the women MEAC is interesting.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
How is it that the Howard Lady Bison are better than the men Bison? That is hilarious.
Because I'll be real with you. Men from Howard are assholes. Women from Howard are good. Oh, y'all gonna hate me. Men from Howard are assholes. Women from Howard are actually very successful ladies. I'm not bullshitting. Y'all are very successful ladies. And you are hoes. I'm not even playing about that second part either. Every girl that I know that came out of Howard got a hoe streak. I mean, like, wow, you did what in what bathroom at the Chili's?
Crazy. Wow.
Damn, girl, you need Jesus. What do you mean to tell me you go to service every Sunday?
And I know you from where? Elementary school. Yeah, the Aggies, they're in first place, the Lady Aggies, and Spartanettes, the Lady Spartanettes are tied with the Aggies. That's kind of interesting.
I got a question. Mm-hmm. So the Lady Aggies, do they put like a ribbon on the pit bull's head or some shit? Like I don't know. Cause you know how they deal with some of this shit, where it's like, yo, that's just offensive to women. But I just gotta think black schools are like one step back for some shits.
I mean, technically, you might as well say. I think we said it before too. A&T, North Carolina A&T is like extended DMV at this stage, so you already know what the deal is.
The pit bulls. I was like, oh, don't call us that. That's just messed up. And the four lesbians. What you talking about? I like it.
Well, you already know the Lady Georgetown Hoyas. Lady Georgetown Hoyas is like, yeah, call us pit bulls. We like it.
Yeah, we like it. Like, yeah, we like it. Yeah, we're gonna show each other our fists.
Now, if there is a correlation with the women in the MEAC, it's Compton State is fucking horrible because they're 0-4, just like their men counterparts. So there's that.
See, that's what you gotta do. You gotta follow your man.
It's like, I'm 0-16. Hey, we're 0-16. High five! Yay!
I mean, damn. So we just like made for each other and shit right now.
Oh my god! Like the Compton State ladies are like coming from a game where they lost, and then the men are going to a game that they're about to lose. So it's like tagging in.
Don't worry, ladies. We defend you. They come out. We didn't defend you. It's okay. Okay, Chris. Mm-hmm. Okay, Chris. You know what you can say about the MEAC? Mm-hmm. How many teams had positive records in the MEAC? The MEAC men.
MEAC men.
Yeah. How many are over 500 is what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay, hold up. Let me check. So, was it Norfolk, A&T Aggies, Bethune, South Carolina?
All right, that's like 4, right? That's 4, right?
That's 4.
The Southwest Atlantic, or as I like to call it, that conference. Christopher, Grambling State is the only one that is 500. Grambling State is hold on, and barely that. Grambling is 9-8. Prairie View 6-10.
Jesus.
Texas Southern 5-11. Pine Bluff 3-12. Alabama A&M 5-10. Jackson State 5-12. Alcorn State 9-6. 6-9. Mississippi Valley 1-14.
So
hold on. The pinnacle of blackness in Louisiana, nigga. Southern University 14-3. And the Alabama State Hornets 2-15. Why are we doing this to our black people? Why? Okay, let me tell you something. All right, let's just go to the Hornets. The Hornets' first game was against Gonzaga. Of course, they're going to get their teeth kicked in. Then they had to play Missouri State, loss. Play Houston University, loss. Play Tennessee University, loss. Play VCU, loss. Played Chattanooga, loss. They beat Chicago State. South Dakota State. Hold on, Chris. South Dakota State. I didn't know that South Dakota State had a fucking college. Chris, they beat these niggas. They beat these niggas 73-59. Then they played Kansas State. Chris. They lost again. 41-86. No, it gets worse. It gets fucking worse. They play Boise State. They lose 100-57. But guess what? They said it themselves. They woke up that day. We are not losing. We are not losing this one. This is for Alabama. We are the best team in Birmingham. So guess what? It's the University of Alabama, Birmingham, the Blazers, versus the Alabama State Hornets. And they fucking lost that game 71-63. They had a chance. I'm saying. Chris, then they play Austin Prey. They lose 80-69. They play Oregon State. They play Oregon, the number 8 team in the country, nigga. They lose to them 59-98. Then they play Jackson State, and Jackson State like, y'all some bitches, 70-65. They lose to Grambling, 68-63. They lose to they beat Mississippi Valley. They beat Mississippi Valley 81-75. And they lost to Pine Bluff yesterday, this past Monday, 61-56. Chris, I just gave you an example. I don't want to look at peer review. I don't want to look at peer review. I don't want to look at Mississippi State. I don't want to look at none of them. You see what just happened. That's the example. These small colleges who don't make money are willing to get pimped and go out to these big colleges just to fucking lose.
Can I be real? I seriously, when I look at all this and such, right? It's like I severely underestimate how many schools we have in the United States. It's one thing to be in the DMV and we see, our Maryland, the big ones like Maryland, Georgetown, George Mason, George Washington, and stuff, and even to the extent Towson and University of Maryland, Eastern Shore, and Baltimore County, and those schools, right? And that's not even counting the Division III schools that we got in the area, because, again, Division III schools are the little guys. We forget about them, right? And it's just, as you go...
Actually, and hold on, but Bowie State's pretty... Actually, I think the Bowie's Division II, is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Division III. I think Division II. Whatever, but still.
Yeah, Bowie State, we forget about them. And it's just like, it's amazing how much the college system has all these programs. And some of the programs can handle a football team, which I'm amazed, because I'm surprised that there's a budget for that shit. And I'm surprised there's still colleges that are able to, that basically can only do, like, say, a basketball team, and stuff.
And the good ones can do two of them, but it's extremely hard for both of those two sporting teams to be good. It's really hard. Like I remember in the 2000s where Maryland got recognition because the basketball team was good, the football team was all right, the lacrosse team and the soccer team, both of them still are the best in the country.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So when you're an athletic director, that's exactly what you want for the whole school, just to be flat out good in every sport. It's hard to do it. It's really hard to do it. But it really sucks though is, and I was actually watching the Division II championships. which was I think it was a West Florida versus I'll look it up in a second. I think it was like Minnesota State or some crap like that. I don't know, but it was just kind of cool seeing that, and I'm thinking like none of these kids, probably one kid, will actually make it to the NFL,
Yeah.
and like, all the rest of these kids will probably try out, lose, one or two get lucky, make it to the XFL, or a couple of them become journeymen and be on a practice squad. And I was thinking to myself, man, that kind of sucks, man. And then I think to myself, well, D, what would happen if Howard? I was like, no. What if Howard was actually in Division II, and look at me, D, you know they belong in Division II.
I mean, yeah.
But this is the thing: you get a Division I, that's money. That's all it really is, man.
Maryland
it's just
football.
just money.
Howard football playing Maryland was money for Howard. Publicity on national TV, even though they got fucking murked. But
yep,
that's
all it is. I like how you said it just got burnt, because it did get burnt.
So,
but it's one of those. They're what it is, because people just want to make, these smaller schools want to make money. They actually want to do so. Oh yeah, I was right. So it was West Florida versus Minnesota State, and I just thought to myself, D, who the fuck is West Florida? The West Florida Argonauts.
Wow. This
team has been around for how long? How long has this team even existed? Seriously, no. I need to know the football team in general. Since 2016, Florida's not. The school is located in Pensacola. The West Florida Argonauts. What the hell? Only 5,000 people go to that school. The team that it was facing was the Minnesota State Mavericks. They are a bigger school out there in Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
Well, small. So it's a small school. The university has won six teams and 49 individual national championships. It's actually a sports powerhouse. Who fucking knew?
Wow.
Their training camp is right with the Minnesota Vikings and all that shit.
Man.
Didn't even know that. See, this is what I'm talking. Like you said, Chris, these small ass schools, and then you think to yourself, why the fuck is Mississippi Valley even fucking alive? They need to just go to Division II and just be the powerhouse black school that takes a shit on everybody. That will be awesome.
Yeah. Anyways, so we gotta talk about this. This controversy of the sign stealing. Now, I know most people listening to this are like, "What's sign stealing?" So here's what sign stealing is. Teams out here, they use signs during games to kind of signal pitches and what to hit and what not to hit. It's not illegal for teams to kind of do sign stealing, because it's always done by the naked eye. Now, where it hits because teams at least attempt to try to sign steal by virtue of looking at tails and things like that. It's hard, it's tough, because you got to kind of decode it in a way, and if you're lucky, cool, you can find it out. Other times you can't. So the MLB just kind of let it go, because it's like, well, if you figure it out, cool. If you don't, whatever. So here's the issue. The Houston Astros decided to step it up, because what happens is the MLB was like, okay, we don't care if you sign steal. That's just something that's happened, but you cannot use any electronics if you're going to sign steal, i.e. cameras and things of that nature. Well, the Houston Astros apparently were using electronics to sign steal.
My question is this. It's my only question. How did they get caught?
Somebody snitched.
Beautiful.
Apparently they were stealing signs using the replay room in the 2017 season, in which they won the World Series, which had a lot of people feeling some sort of way now after that shit. And now they're saying that it's a they're saying that the MLB, they did an investigation. They're saying that they that they were doing the sign stealing using their replay room scheme in the 2018 season, and then they stopped before the playoffs, which means that clearly somebody knew they were going to get caught. And MLB investigated it more, and they found out that they didn't use it during the 2019 season, which somebody pointed out that's probably why they lost against the Nationals.
You really think so? I wouldn't go.
I mean, granted, hey, look, I'll say the Nationals, they gutted it out, and they were the better team. Don't get it twisted. I think the Nationals still were a better team. But I do feel also them not
getting close to...
Oh, go ahead.
No, what were you going to say?
No. I was like, but at the end of the day, if they did, all right, cool. You know.
I mean, look, we still won, so it don't fucking matter to me. I'm just saying. Here's the thing. I think everybody does it, and I think some people do it electronically. I just think that, see, this is where, Chris, it's hard to do shit when everybody has a camera.
Yeah.
It's just the truth. And here's the thing. It's hard. They got just somebody just ratted on it. They got ratted on.
Yeah, it was their that's who it was. I just see it just now. Former Astros pitcher Mike Fiers basically told it all, and it spawned this like basically the MLB, they fired Hinch.
They fired everybody.
Yeah, they fired GMs. The players are exempt because it's kind of like the players didn't know kind of thing, so it is what it is. Mm-hmm. And then it spurred into the Boston Red Sox manager fucking dipping.
Really? I didn't hear that. Now, see that? I didn't hear. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wait. So you mean to tell me that the manager for the Red Sox just quit?
Yeah, Alex Cora, he parted ways.
Okay.
Yeah, and it is the Red Sox. The Red Sox today issued the following statement on behalf of principal owner John Henry. Today we met to discuss the commissioner's report related to the Houston Astros investigation. Given the findings in the commissioner's ruling, we collectively decided that it would not be possible for Alex to effectively lead the club going forward, and we mutually agreed to part ways.
Woo! Holy shit.
Now, apparently...
This is way bigger than I thought it was.
Here's what's even more funny, D, and you're going to laugh. The New York Mets manager today stepped down.
Hold up. Wait. What does he have to do with it?
Statement from Carlos Beltran. At a meeting this morning with Jeff and Brody, we mutually agreed to part ways. I'm grateful to them for giving me the opportunity, but we agreed that this decision is the best interest of the team. I couldn't let myself be a distraction for the team. I wish the entire organization success in the future.
So he's a part of the investigation too? What?
He was the only person named in that commissioner report off the Mets. And a lot of people today are just like, how deep does this rabbit hole go? And there's a lot of people that are National fans like, please don't let somebody from the Nationals be a part of this shit. Please don't. Lord of God, no.
It better not be Davey Martinez. Oh, God, it better not be. This thing is I'm sorry. This thing is a lot bigger than I thought it would be.
Here's what's funny, D. I wager that there's probably some people on the Orioles that are part of this, but because they're so fucking horrible, nobody cares.
Well, I could have said the same thing about the Mets, but I'm chink. But no. But no, seriously, yeah. You know what? I really think the Orioles are going to be a part of this. I don't know who, but I feel like that there's like one Oriole that's like a pitching coach or something. He's just going to resign out of nowhere.
So where is this coming from?
And then like a week later, you find out that nigga was a part of it too.
Oh,
like, man. I just know it, man. And the fact that it's going to different teams is the part that's getting me.
Like Red Sox, Mets, Astros, like who's next?
Yo, look, I'm being real, man. I give it up to baseball. They're not fucking around, man. They mean it. Oof.
Man, this is hilarious.
All right, now.
On the NBA front, Wizards are being the Wizards. They're making things. I would say this to the Wizards. Yes, they're rebuilding, but they're making every game that they play interesting.
I saw the Bulls game the other day. They had no chance, but they tried. It was cute.
Put it this way, you could tell that clearly this is a team that, like I said, we said it countless times. They're rebuilding, but they're not letting teams come in there and just run all over them. Outside of the Orlando game, they're still like competing, like they can get somewhere, and it's the Eastern Conference. 8th place is viable for basically anybody at this stage, if you want to be real about it, but whatever.
Why you still looking at an eight place spot? That's us, D. I don't know why you still doing it. Yo, that's us, Wayne. We can do it.
Meanwhile, the Western Conference, I know you're gonna hate me for this, D. Los Angeles Lakers and the Bald Mamba, as Denzel likes to say, they're kicking ass and taking names. Clearly,
man, you said Bald Mamba.
Hey, blame Denzel for that one. Yeah, they're obviously kicking ass and taking names, and they're making a case of why they'll probably end up making the NBA Finals. The Rockets, the Rockets are making a case that clearly, like, something's got to change with that team.
Yep. The whole team needs to get. The whole team is like, look. They're disrupting a lot faster than I thought they would.
It's like no matter what Harden and fucking Westbrook do points wise, they still lose, and it's like, what the fuck, man? How is this possible?
Meanwhile, up in Cleveland, shout out to Tristan Thompson getting 35 points. This nigga was drawing up plays in the huddle.
Wow. Time out, D. Who's coaching? Who's coaching the Cavaliers?
Look at me, Chris. Look at me. I don't fucking know. Why would you ask me?
Because Tristan, I can't fucking keep my dick in my pants. Thompson is coaching the Cavaliers. We're in trouble.
And look, man. Look, man. If you got that flamethrower, man, hey, use it when you can. That's what I say. It's terrible. I know.
Hey, look, man, that dude, he drawing up fucking plays. It's like he's clearly trying to tell Cleveland, I don't want to play. Please make me coach. Please. He's not
do anything. Anything but be a regular basketball player. I feel, oh my God, man.
I mean, it is what it is and stuff. So yeah, like I said, Clippers, they're doing fine. Like I said, the Western Conference is interesting because right now, like that 8th spot, I'm shocked. Memphis and San Antonio are fighting back neck and neck for that fucking spot, and it's hilarious. Mm-hmm. It is hilarious. And Golden State, well, they're still fucking horrible. I mean, that's just what it is. It is what it is. I didn't want to sit there and say this as a sad note, but I had to throw this out there. I didn't know anything about this, but so you've heard of Lorenzo Wright, right?
Yeah. Oh, you talking about the Lorenzo Wright thing?
Yeah, I did. Like, I didn't hear about this until like it popped up on my feed, and I was watching the video, and I was like, holy shit! Like, this is fucked up.
Yeah, man. That I didn't know about the whole thing until like a little bit later. Before I knew about it though. Because I knew that his wife came out, like, what was that, 1 or 2 years later, and admitted to it. It's like, yo.
Because it went to a cold case 3 times.
Because
they couldn't find any evidence and stuff. And it was like, well, I guess it's a cold case. We can't find any evidence. And then the police eventually was like, all right, you know what? Let's step back. Let's start from scratch. Let's go back. Go back to that lake where they allegedly threw the gun in at, and we'll comb the lake. Boom, they found the weapon. And it's like, oh, so his ex orchestrated that. Oh, damn. And like, and like I said, you hate to see it because like, and this isn't to say that men and women can't do that because like, you go back to Ray Caruth and that bullshit that he pulled and stuff, and that was just fucked up in and of itself.
That was on the next level. What the fuck?
But this right here, it's like, wow, like. Because Lorenzo Wright, apparently, hey, he got married to this girl, and then, philandering and cheating happened, as what happens for an NBA player, whatever. And he still took care of his kids, being a dad and stuff, and I'm guessing she felt some sort of way about it, and was like, hey, he has a $1 million insurance policy. I think I'm going to hire somebody to kill him.
Man, here's the thing. I don't understand when you get to the point where it's like, let me kill him.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, dog.
That will always clear it up. I'm like, here's the thing. I always notice that the people that kill, when people murder people and they never get caught for it, I'm talking like years, like almost 25 years, where a policeman walks in to the person goes, "You finally got me." Like those people, they killed the right way. They killed passionately and they killed smartly. They didn't do it for money. They didn't do it for power, not for glory, but for good. Which was get this nigga out my face. And that's all it was. I wasn't getting nothing to gain out of it. The only thing gain out of it is peace of mind that I off this nigga and I don't have to see him no more.
Exactly.
No, bitch. You fucked up by going for the money, and when you didn't get it, and they kept investigating and getting closer and closer. All right, I did it.
Well, she did get the money eventually when they got to the cold case the second time, and she spent the money. And the family of him, they were like, "Yo, fuck you, bitch! Like you had some. We don't know if you had something to do with it, but we think you did." And then boom, she got found out once they found the gun and shit. And I was like, oh, damn.
You know what happened? She went to Antigua the third time and realized, holy shit, I went through $1 million that quick. Because I'm going to be real with you. You can, look, you can live good on $1 million. For it matters, Chris. Like, you and me, responsible young men, we will invest in certain things and make sure everything's, tight. And
fun, that kind of stuff.
We'll make money off it. We'll make sure we can make money off the $1 million that we can and try to better ourselves. Niggas, this is all the shit I'm going to spend. I'm going to get all the shit that I always wanted. When you go in with no plan, Chris, this is what happens. You get dumb. You get sloppy. There was a reason why motherfucking Robert De Niro, a good fella, said, "Hey, don't spend no fucking money."
And she did it, and the family was like, "Oh, you did that, bitch, bitch."
Hey, Chris, and I bet it was the loudest, most ghettoest thing that she could have gotten.
I think she spent it on. I don't know if it was on a book. It was on something stupid.
I guarantee you, it was. It wouldn't be like something like like she booked a cruise or, and I'm just gonna throw this out here. Got a yacht? No, it had to be something that just didn't add up.
And
something that just didn't add up. And you know what it was? Huh? Her phone works. Where'd she get that money from?
And I feel bad for the kids because it's like, it's one thing when you see your dad and your mom, they're divorced or whatever, but your dad's still in your life, right? It's another thing knowing that your mom orchestrated the death of your father. Like, that dynamic in that relationship is fucking trash now.
But you know what the best part about it was, though, for me? The best part about it for me was that the two people she got to do it, one of them was like a youth pastor or something like that.
Yep. I'm like, what?
I said this. The second I saw that, I was like, she was fucking him.
I think that was like her new boyfriend too. So it was kind of like.
The second I saw that, I was like, she fucking him. That's why he did it. All right, I do it. I don't even know that nigga. That's nigga. Look. I got a question, Chris. What type of what? I'm mad with that talking about sports, but Chris, I got a good question. Where do you have to be at in life to say, yeah, I killed that nigga? For what reason?
Like,
somebody you completely
there's a level.
There's a level of love too. There's got to be a level of love too. There's gonna have to be.
You know what it is. You know what it is. So I have a friend. He's going through a situation with his.
Don't say like this. Don't say like this.
No. I'm not saying like this. But he's going through a situation where he has a kid with his baby mama, and they're going through a court situation, and like the chick is being an asshole towards him, even though he's being a good father and whatever and stuff. He didn't do anything wrong. It's just, hey, early in the relationship they split apart. Because it just wasn't working out, but oops, she's pregnant. Whatever, right? And she's doing this shit where she's bringing another dude around the kid, and he's feeling some sort of way, which, hey, I'll be understandable too. And the reason why I'm saying that is like, man, that just seems like a recipe where she's going to find a way to kill this motherfucker. And it's just immediate. It's like, it's clicking in my head because I'm like, oh, shit. Oh, shit. Damn.
You know what? Here's my thing. It's not even that far. Well, yeah, it is that far. My thing is, Chris, and I'm talking about the dude that kills the other guy.
Yeah.
Where were you at in life?
Like, you're a youth pastor. You're doing pretty good with yourself at that point.
Like, yo, dude, you like, why? Is God not good enough? Is the first thing I say.
Hey, dude, you're saying that. Me, I'm just like, dog, is the pussy that fire that you just decided, yo, I'm going to kill this motherfucker?
Hey, Chris, she threw both lips, the upper and the lower lip.
I mean, did they fuck in the church, like, after service? Like, oh, shit, we fucking inside the pulpit. Is that what happened? I mean,
come on, man. Look, Chris, look, in the pulpit, sir, give them dignity. They had sex on top of the foosball table in the basement of the church. Oh, come on now.
I mean, the collection plate right there, is that what happened? I mean, really?
No, look. Full disclosure, my wife told me something. I'm like, nah, I can't. I had to turn some music off there and say, my go like, why? It's just gospel music, bitch. That throws off everything.
You can't play gospel music. I feel at that point, it's like, look,
I'm long stroking the Kirk Franklin playing. How does that feel?
No, D, you gotta understand. I already feel like a heathen because I'm having sex before marriage. Don't fucking throw gospel music into the mix. Don't do this to me.
I don't know why, man. I'm married to my wife, and I'm married. That's my wife's. Who cares? We're married. Here's me. Yeah, but we have sex. Just hold on. I'm dead serious.
Like, I already feel like a heathen because I'm not even married.
I feel like a heathen because, like, she's like, "What, D? We're married. Why is it fucking married?" Here's me. Yeah, but I'm having sex without a condom.
I mean, it's like, no. I feel like I said, like, before we continue with the sports. I feel it's like I came to that logical conclusion. I am like my dad when it comes to church, where it's like I feel like I go to church, I don't speak in tongues, and everybody else is deacons, and meanwhile I'm the guy that's just like kind of clapping during service during the praise and worship, and I'm like, can I just sit down and just listen to the praise?
I just want black people smile. That's like the only reason I'm here.
Basically, it's like, hey, you know,
suck. This is the only place I go where every nigga is smiling. So,
you know, and I feel weird because it's like after service, I'm that guy where the pastor was like, oh, I see you and sister blah blah blah. You know, I hope y'all seem like y'all got a good relationship. Da 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 da. I'm shaking hands, man. We should really talk on Saturday. I'm like, yeah, Saturday. That's not happening.
Me and my wife. I beat her every week. Now, what you think of me? I ain't got close. I have gotten so close to doing that.
I'm that guy that's like, you're not going to catch me for Saturday service doing anything. My black ass is
I'm sorry,
Saturday. Like, no, dog, no.
Nigga, I barely got here. What the
fuck? Makes you think I want to be here on Saturday morning? Nope.
Man, I'm missing the Terps is playing right now. I'm missing them.
You lucky you got me here for 11 o'clock service, sir. You're lucky.
Man, he's like, D, brother Shaw, you made it. Yeah, nigga, the Nationals playing. Can we hurry the fuck up?
Look, I swear, back in the day,
Cubs, bro, I don't trust them. They play the Cubs right now. They play the Cubs right now. Patrick Corbin's having real bad problems on the mound, bro. So I need you.
I gotta ask you this, D, because your dad's a Redskin fan, my dad's a Cowboy fan. Did you have one of those moments?
Former.
But I'm just saying, this is like in the 90s. Did you have one of those moments on a Sunday at full gospel where your dad knows that Dallas and Redskins are playing a 1 o'clock game and he's at 11 o'clock service looking at his watch like, come on, Pastor, hurry this up.
Hey, Chris, I'm going to tell you exactly what my dad will tell your dad. See, that's where you fucked up. We go to 8 o'clock service. Look, here's the thing. Here's my thing. I'm starting to really realize the older I get, all the time at church I spent, I'm starting to realize the certain shit my parents did to kind of half-ass church. And
we're both in the same boat. You know that, right?
That one right there is like, my dad did a lot of shit in church. But that one, he wanted to get out of church early. Now I know one of the things, just get it out of the way. We wake up 6 o'clock in the morning, go to church, be out at 11:30, 12 at the most.
Yeah.
By the time you get home, football just started.
Yeah.
I know my dad. That was purposed.
My dad made a mistake my dad made a mistake because my mom was ushering, and it was because he came to church to pick me up, but he got stuck at the 11 o'clock service, and I remember, no bullshit, it must have been something that happened, and Pastor Cherry actually didn't preach a long sermon, which was very shocking and rare back in that day. And I remember, like, Sunday school, he's picking me up from Sunday school, it's like 1:45. And my dad was like, hey, we gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go.
I don't think that ever happened to me.
That was a rarity. That was a rarity that ever happened.
Yeah. Like I said, that's when you fucked up. See, because the 8 o'clock one is the main. Because I don't know. I think if I ain't mistaken, the 8 o'clock one is usually the one that goes on television.
Yeah, that's the one that's like 6 a.m. on Channel 9.
Yeah, that's the one that I think I think they recorded the 11 o'clock. I mean the morning service and not the 11 service for reasons. But who cares? But anyway,
basketball though.
Come on, hurry. Let's hurry this up.
But lastly, this is actually a good one. So we talked about the WNBA for years, and that hopefully they get.
All right. No, real quick, because this is not going to be good. Okay, it just came out in the Pittsburgh Post Gazette. This came out a day or so ago. Former Penn State player Isaiah Humphries has alleged that the ignored violent sexual hazing on the Nifty Lions football team, which included some of the players telling the underclassmen, "I'm going to Sandusky you."
What? What the fuck?
Two things. Number one, ill. Number two, wait, so you gonna fuck me, or what are you gonna do to me?
You gonna fuck me in front of my son? What?
Like, yo, why? And I saw that, and the second I read that, Chris, I was like this. That was a white boy.
Yeah, no black person is saying I'm on the Sandusky you. It's just, white. I mean, I hate to say it. I hate to say it. Black people, they just do it. You know, we ain't gonna say Sandusky you.
Real talk. It's because I didn't like his ass. That was Trace. Oh, the hate's still there. I know the nigga don't play for them no more, but the hate's still there. Fuck him, man. I hated Trace, man. That's why the second Saquon left, you ain't did shit. Mm-hmm. Anyway, last story. Let's go on the last story.
WNBA has finally came to an actual agreement that lasts for 8 years. So here's what they get. Cash compensation that triples to more than $500,000 for top players.
Okay.
Significant increase to player cash compensation and benefits. Okay. Maternity leave, which I'm like, they didn't get that shit.
Wait, that wasn't included in the first time?
New child care and maternity and progressive family planning benefits.
Also, that wasn't implemented either?
Mm-hmm. Nope. Mm-mm. That's how jank the shit was, man. It was bad. Wow. Enhanced travel standards.
Hey girls, we know you all got uteruses, and we know a few who actually like that. I like both. Nobody cares, Janice. But anyway, we know that. We know that. So guess what? We're going to get no child care. But what if we want to get pregnant? If you're smart, you do it. You retire first, then you'll have a baby.
You know what? That's what it felt like before this new CBA.
Realize that's what you got. How do you feel? You just want. How you feel? You the star of the Monarchs. You're the star of the Monarchs. It was your birthday. It was your birthday. You scored 30 points on these bitches. You came close to dunking on one of them. Yeah, I said it came close. I know I'm wrong. But anyway, came close to dunking on one of them hoes and all that shit. You had a good game. Your man like, baby, you showed out. Yeah, I showed out. And you just hop out the shower and just start killing your nigga. Just bow, 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 bow. All that nasty shit. 2 weeks later, you realize, oh my God, I'm pregnant. I can't even like dick during the season.
Now here's the thing that's great though. everybody's actually going to earn six figures now.
Good.
They said that the low end of $130,000.
Good.
Dear God, that's crazy. And I think we said it before. They were earning like the bare minimum. Like I was making more than WNBA players.
See, I was really prepared to make this whole joke about, oh, so you mean to tell me they get to have 5 free fillet of fish instead of 2? I was going to say that. See, now I feel like an asshole. Good.
Well, D now they can go to Carrabba's every day now.
Come on, man. You got to do a little better than that. Carrabba's. That's fucked up.
Macaroni grill?
That's fucked up. That is fucked up. Carrabba's. That is fucked up. You know that ain't a good one. But then here's the thing. Here's the thing. Because I know 45% of the league are a bunch of girls who are from the hood. Y'all just gonna go to Red Lobster with y'all basic asses.
Hey, I'm making six figures. You damn right my black ass is going to Red Lobster and balling out.
Exactly. I know black girls from the hood. They ain't going nowhere but Red Lobster.
If they're feeling frisky, Olive Garden.
Girl. Is your bad anniversary? Yeah, we've been together 2.5 years.
See, folks, God. This isn't restricted to WNBA. You know there's some fucking niggas that are rookies in the NBA that doing the same shit, too. Don't get the game twisted on that shit.
Nah, you got it wrong. See, these are young men. They taking all their dates to Dave and Buster's.
Yo, you ain't shit. You ain't shit.
Oh, my God. All right. So this was a good week. So next week we're going to have a little preview for the Super Bowl and all that. You know what, Chris? Actually next week, I forgot. We're going to talk about that, but I think it's going to be that little gap where we can talk about a movie.
So you're saying Pro Bowl weekend, the weekend that nobody gives a shit, we can actually do something.
Yeah, I think we could do a movie. I'm going. So are we doing football, or are we going to do just like some surprise?
You know what, D? Let me ask you this. I know this is just a suggestion. I know we're not going to pick it. I feel since it's football, we go a different route and we talk about a movie that was just in and of itself weird. The Kevin Costner movie Draft Day.
Draft Day. I don't know.
That's just a thought. I'm not saying we're going to do it. It's just a thought I had to throw out there.
It's a thought. It's a good thought. See, now I want to do blue chips.
See, I want to do. You know what? No, fuck it. Let's do blue chips. I feel it's we have to do it because
I think we done said it too many times. I think we have to.
I mean, we've said blue chips so many times, and also I need to talk about angry Nick Nolte playing Bob Knight, but not really Bob Knight. It was weird.
I think I need to talk about how Shaq really was just there. Penny
Hardaway was just there. What are you talking about? At least Shaq did something.
Oh my God, this movie's gonna be so weird to go through. All right, anyway, we're done, y'all.
We're done. Peace.